My daughter gave the $25,000 car I bought for her to her stepmom as her birthday gift. When I confronted her, she said she was a better mom than me. What happened next was rather unexpected. I will share the whole story with you today. But first, thank you so much for watching Granny's Voice. Your support means everything to us. If you like our stories, please subscribe and tell us which city you're watching from in the comments. We love giving shout-outs. Today's special mention goes to Jane Martin from Jamaica. We're so happy you enjoy our content. Now let me tell you what really happened. I always believed that being a good mom meant sacrificing everything for your child. Working double shifts, skipping meals, saying no to my own dreams so she could have everything she wanted. I thought love was measured by how much you could give up, how tired you could make yourself, how invisible you could become. I pictured her one day understanding, maybe crying and saying, "Mom, I finally get it now. Thank you for everything you did." That moment never came. Instead, her father twisted my dedication into something ugly. He told her I was controlling, that I used money to manipulate people. "Your stepmom really cares about you," he'd say. "She shows up to things." And yes, maybe she did show up. She went to soccer games, helped with homework, took cute pictures for social media. Meanwhile, I was working 3 jobs to pay for private school, braces, dance lessons, and summer camps. I thought my hard work spoke for itself. I thought it said, "I love you more than anything." But love doesn't translate through bank transfers. When I surprised her with a car for her 18th birthday, her face lit up like Christmas morning. For just a moment, I felt like all those years of struggle were worth it. She hugged me tight, took 1,000 selfies, posted them everywhere with heart emojis and best mom ever captions. I screenshot every single post. It felt like we were finally connecting after so many years of distance. That night, I went to bed feeling proud, feeling seen. 5 days later, everything changed. She gave my gift away. Not sold it, not crashed it. She gifted it to Linda, her stepmom, for her birthday. When I first heard about it, I laughed. I actually laughed because it sounded like such a ridiculous joke. I called her, still chuckling, and said, "Honey, someone told me you gave the car to Linda." "That's silly, right?" The silence on the other end made my stomach drop. Then she said, cold as ice, "Yeah, I gave it to her. She deserves it more than anyone. She's been more of a mom to me than you ever were." The words hit me like a truck. My ears started ringing. My hands started shaking. I couldn't breathe properly. I think I just hung up without saying anything back. I sat there staring at my phone, trying to understand how we got to this point. I wasn't perfect, I knew that. But I never thought I was nothing in her eyes. I never imagined she saw me as replaceable. Like all those missed dinners mattered more than the roof over her head, the clothes on her back, the food in her belly that I provided every single day without fail. That night I did something I rarely do. I opened a bottle of wine and drank half of it. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. I couldn't sleep. I kept replaying every memory, wondering where I went wrong. Maybe it was when she turned 15 and stopped talking to me about boys. Maybe it was when her father remarried and suddenly I wasn't needed for school pickup anymore. Maybe it was when I stopped fighting for more custody time because I thought keeping the peace was better than going to court. I told myself back then that avoiding conflict was the right thing to do. But peace came with a price. The price was being forgotten, being replaced, being treated like I didn't matter. I stared at the car insurance papers on my kitchen table. Her name wasn't on them. Mine was. I was still making monthly payments on a gift that was now sitting in another woman's driveway. That's when it hit me. She didn't just hurt my feelings. She stole from me. She took something I gave her out of pure love and handed it over like it was nothing. Like I was nothing. And she didn't even feel bad about it. I wish I could tell you I cried. That I had some big emotional breakdown that made me feel better. But I didn't. I just sat there completely numb. Then this strange calmness came over me. I wasn't going to scream. I wasn't going to beg. I was done. Done being the invisible mom. Done being just a wallet with feelings. Done chasing someone who only remembered I existed when she needed something. I picked up my phone and started canceling everything. Her credit card gone. The money I sent for groceries stopped. The apartment rent I helped with, canceled. If she wanted Linda to be her mom so badly, then Linda could take care of her completely. By morning it was all finished. I blocked her number, her social media, even her email. I knew the panic calls would start soon. When her card got declined at the store, when her landlord came knocking, but I didn't care anymore. For the first time in years. Felt lighter. Not because I stopped loving her, but because I finally started loving myself enough to walk away from someone who didn't see my worth. I told myself, let her go. Let her feel what life is like without you. She made her choice, and now you're making yours. The messages started faster than I expected. Less than 24 hours later, my phone was buzzing with texts I couldn't see because she was blocked. But she found ways around it. She used her friends' phones, created new email accounts, even had her father call me. I ignored them all. By day 3, she was desperate. She showed up at my work, waiting by my car in the parking lot. When she saw me coming, she started talking fast, like she was afraid I'd run away. Mom, please, we need to talk. My rent is due and my card isn't working. I walked right past her like she was a stranger. Mom, please, she called after me. I know you're upset about the car, but we can work this out. I got in my car and drove home. She followed me. She stood outside my house for 2 hours, knocking on the door, calling my name, begging me to listen. I watched her from my bedroom window. Part of me wanted to run downstairs and fix everything like I always did. But I stayed strong. I stayed upstairs. Eventually, her father came to pick her up. I watched him put his arm around her, probably telling her I was crazy, that I was being dramatic. That made me even more determined to stick to my decision. The next week, she sent me a long letter through the mail. Pages and pages of excuses and blame. She said I was controlling, that I used money to manipulate people, that good parents show up instead of just throwing money at problems. The same words her father always used. She wrote that Linda was always there for her, never missed a game or a school play, actually listened when she talked about her problems. She said Linda knew her friends' names, her favorite foods, her dreams for the future. All things that apparently I had failed to do. Reading that letter was like being stabbed over and over. Every line was designed to make me feel guilty, to make me think I was a terrible mother. But you know what? I read it 3 times, then threw it in the trash. Because somewhere between the accusations and the blame, I realized something important. She was right about one thing. I had failed, but not in the way she thought. I failed by trying to buy love in a house where love was already being used as a weapon against me. I failed by working so hard to provide for her that I forgot to make sure she understood the sacrifice. I failed by letting her father and his new wife rewrite our story. But I wasn't going to fail anymore. 2 weeks later, I got a call from her landlord, Mrs. Johnson. She sounded embarrassed to be calling me. I'm sorry to bother you. I got your number from the lease application. Your daughter's rent is 3 days late, and she said she's having trouble reaching you. I took a deep breath. I'm not responsible for her rent anymore, Mrs. Johnson. There was a pause. Oh, Missy. She mentioned something about a car situation. She gave away a $25,000 car I bought her, I said, to her stepmom as a birthday present. The silence was longer this time. I'm so sorry, she finally said. I had no idea. That must have been very hurtful. It was the first real apology I'd gotten from anyone, and it came from a complete stranger. Someone who understood immediately what my own daughter couldn't see. That night, my sister came over with Chinese takeout and a bottle of wine. She'll figure it out, she said, settling onto my couch. Better she learns now than when she's 30. She hates me, I said, not touching the food. She thinks she hates you, my sister corrected. What she really hates is being told no for the first time in her life. That stuck with me. I wondered what version of me lived in my daughter's head. A woman who was never around, who cared more about work than family, who tried to buy love instead of giving it. I wondered if she even remembered the early days before the divorce, before Linda, when she used to crawl into my bed during thunderstorms, when she'd wait by the window for me to come home from work, wearing her little pink pajamas with her hair in messy braids. I wondered if any of those memories survived, or if the story her father told her had erased everything good. Weeks went by without contact, then months. I should have felt peaceful, but instead I felt like I was floating in space, completely untethered from everything that used to define me. There's a weird kind of grief that comes with choosing yourself. People talk about self-care like it's this beautiful, empowering thing. But it's messy and lonely and comes with its own guilt. I kept checking my phone without meaning to. Every notification made my heart jump. Even spam emails gave me hope for just a second. Then one night, almost 3 months later, there was a knock at my door. It was past 11 o'clock. I thought maybe it was a delivery or a neighbor with an emergency. But when I opened the door, there she was. My daughter. She looked terrible. Her hair was greasy, she'd lost weight. And she was wearing clothes I didn't recognize. Probably borrowed from friends. Her eyes were red and puffy, but she wasn't crying anymore. Just standing there like a ghost who wasn't sure if she was welcome. "I need help," she said quietly. I looked at her, really looked at her. I could see the exhaustion, the hunger, the pride that was barely holding her together. Every motherly instinct I had was screaming at me to let her in, make her soup, tuck her into bed and fix everything. But I didn't move from the doorway. "Did you ask Linda?" said. The question hung in the air between us like a challenge. "She's not." "It's complicated," she mumbled. "Is it?" "Yes. You said she was a better mom than me." My daughter flinched like I'd slapped her. "I didn't mean it like that." "Yes, you did," I said calmly. "You meant every word. You picked your side, and now I'm picking mine." I started to close the door, but she put her hand out to stop it. "Mom, please. I'm sorry. I made a mistake." "Sorry doesn't pay back $25,000, I said. "Sorry doesn't erase the words you said. Sorry doesn't fix the fact that it took you being homeless to remember I exist." Closed the door. Not slam, just closed it firmly. Final. I heard her crying on the other side, but I walked upstairs and turned on the TV loud enough to drown it out. She came back 2 days later, this time during the day. I was gardening in my front yard, trying to keep my hands busy so my mind wouldn't wander. She walked up slowly, like she was approaching a dangerous animal. "Can we please talk?" she asked. I stood up, brushed the dirt off my hands, and nodded toward the porch. We sat on opposite ends like strangers. "I know I hurt you," she started. "But I want to make it right." "How?" "Yes." She looked confused by the question. "I don't know. Sorry. I'll pay you back for the car somehow." I almost laughed. "With what money? You can't even pay your rent." Her face turned red. "I'll get a job. Better job. I'll work 2 jobs if I have to. Like I did." "Yes. When you were growing up and I worked 3 jobs so you could have everything you wanted." She looked down at her hands. "I didn't know it was that hard," she whispered. "You didn't know because you never asked," I said. "You were too busy believing everything your father told you about me." She was quiet for a long time. Then she said, "Linda and Dad. They're getting divorced." I wasn't surprised, but I didn't say that. "She kicked me out last week," my daughter continued. "Said I was causing too much drama between them." Apparently, Dad was angry about the car situation and blamed her for encouraging me. The irony was almost funny. The woman she'd chosen over me had thrown her away the moment things got complicated. "I'm sorry to hear that," I said, and I meant it. Not because I was happy she was hurting, but because I knew how it felt to be abandoned by someone you trusted. "I don't have anywhere else to go," she said. "I've been staying with friends, but they're getting tired of me." He nodded. "That's hard. Can I come home?" The question I'd been dreading and hoping for at the same time. I looked at her sitting there, small and broken, and still my little girl underneath all the hurt and pride. "This isn't your home anymore," I said gently. "You made that clear when you chose Linda over me." She started crying then, real tears. Not the angry kind but the devastated kind. I was wrong, she sobbed. I was so wrong about everything. Linda never loved me. She just liked being the favorite. And Dad doesn't even care. He's already talking about moving away, starting over somewhere new. I felt sorry for her, I really did. But feeling sorry for someone and rescuing them are two different things. I can't do this anymore, I said. I can't keep saving people who don't see my worth until they're desperate. She looked up at me with those big eyes that used to get her anything she wanted. But I see it now. I understand now. Do you? Yes. Or do you just need something from me again? That question hung between us like a wall. She couldn't answer it, and we both knew why. 'Cause she did need something from me. She needed money, shelter, forgiveness, and a mother who would pretend the last few months never happened. But I wasn't that person anymore. I have to go, I said, standing up. I have plans with a friend. It was true. I'd made a lunch date with my coworker Janet, something I never would have done before because I was always waiting for my daughter to need me. Wait, she called as I grabbed my purse. When can we talk again? I don't know, I said honestly. Maybe never. She sat there on my porch looking lost and alone, and I walked to my car without looking back. The hardest part wasn't leaving her there. The hardest part was how good it felt to choose myself for once. Over the next few weeks, I heard through friends that she'd moved back in with her father temporarily. Apparently, his relationship with Linda was really over, and he needed help with rent. It was like a twisted version of musical chairs, and everyone was scrambling for a seat. I felt bad for her, but I also felt relieved. She had somewhere to go. She wasn't my responsibility anymore. I started doing things I hadn't done in years. I took a painting class, joined a book club, went on weekend trips with friends. I bought myself clothes without checking my bank account first. I ate at nice restaurants and didn't feel guilty about spending money on myself. For the first time since she was born, I was living in my life instead of just funding hers. One Saturday morning, I was at the farmer's market buying flowers for my kitchen table when I saw her. She was working at one of the produce stands, wearing an apron and helping customers. She looked healthier than the last time I'd seen her, less desperate. She was laughing at something a customer said, and for a moment she looked like the little girl I remembered. Our eyes met across the crowded market. She froze, like she wasn't sure if she should wave or hide. I gave her a small nod, nothing more, and continued shopping. It wasn't mean, it wasn't cold, it was just neutral, like seeing an acquaintance you used to know better. I heard her call my name, but I kept walking. I wasn't ready for another conversation, another plea for forgiveness, another chance to get sucked back into the drama. I'd worked too hard to build my new life to let her tear it down again with tears and promises. That evening I found a card in my mailbox. Just a simple thank you card with a handwritten note inside. I saw you today and you looked happy. Really happy. I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I want you to know that I'm trying to understand now. I got a job, I'm paying my own bills, and I'm learning what it means to work for what you want. I'm sorry it took losing you to figure it out. I hope someday you can be proud of me again. Love, your daughter. I read it twice, then put it in my jewelry box next to my grandmother's ring. It wasn't an apology I was ready to accept, but it was a start. A few months later, I got a call from an unknown number. Against my better judgment, I answered it. Mom. Her voice was different, more mature somehow. I know you probably don't want to hear from me, but I wanted to tell you something important. I didn't hang up, but I didn't encourage her either. I paid off the car, she said. It took me 6 months of working 2 jobs, but I saved up $25,000 and I paid Linda back. Then I told her she had to return it to you. I was quiet for a long time. Why? Finally asked.